Hello, everyone. So, we're solving systems of inequalities, and we're going to sketch the solution to each system of inequalities. Before we put our inequality into our calculator or Desmos.com, we're going to make sure it's in y equals mx plus b slope-intercept form. Also, notice that I mentioned Desmos. It's perfectly fine if you use that if you do not have your calculator with you, or a calculator with you. I also want you to go ahead and write slope dude on your paper. It's going to be helpful for a few problems ahead. And finally, we're going to use where's y to figure out where to shade our inequality. So let's get started. For our first inequality, using either your calculator or Desmos, our two good points are going to be -2, 0, and 1, -3. Now, it is y is less than or equal to -x minus 2, so it's going to be a solid line. Remember that if it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we have a solid line, and if it's less than or greater than, we have a dashed line. So since its y is less than or equal to -x minus 2, we want y values that are less than -2. So where's y? Well, we want y values less than -2, or less than or equal to -2, like -3, -4, -5. So we're shading in this direction. Okay. So try graphing the second inequality on your own. Okay. So two good points are 0, 2, and 1, -3. Notice our lines intersect at 1, -3. The shaded regions for these two inequalities will also intersect. So we have y is greater than or equal to -5x plus 2. So we're going to have a solid line. Since it's greater than or equal to -5x plus 2, where's y? We want y values greater than 2. Y values like 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So we want it in this direction. The shading in this direction. Notice that our solution is right in this intersection of the shaded regions. So right here. And there we go. So try number 2 on your own. Okay. So we have y is greater than -x minus 2, and y is less than -5x plus 2. So two good points for our first inequality are, once again, -2, 0, and 1, -3. So notice that these two equations, like the part after the inequality, are the same for number 1 and number 2. Okay, so it is y is greater than, so we're going to have a dashed line. And greater than means we want y values greater than -2, like -1, -0, 1 itself, 2, 3. So we're going to shade in this direction. For our second inequality, two good points are -2, 1. So x is -2, y is 1. And, or excuse me, not -2, 1, I'm sorry. We're going to have 0, 2, x is 0, y is 2, and 1, -3. So it is y is less than -5x plus 2. So we're going to have a dotted or dashed line. Okay? And less than, y is less than negative 5x plus 2. We want y values that are less than 2. So less than 2 means y values like 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. That's in this direction. Okay, so our shaded region is right in here. Okay. So now for number 3. Don't be afraid of the fraction in this problem. Okay. So first off, we want to have 2 points, and those 2 points that I found are negative 2, 0, and negative 4, 0. Oh, excuse me, negative 4, negative 2, 1, and negative 4, 0. Okay, so since its y is less than or equal to 1 over 1 half x plus 2, it's going to be a solid line. Okay? And this means that we want y values, well, the less than or equal to means we want y values that are less than or equal to 2. So y values like 1, 0, negative 1. So we're shading in this direction. Okay. So for our second inequality, we have y is less than negative 2x minus 3. 2 good points are negative 2, 1, and 0, negative 3. Okay, so that means we're going to have a dashed line because we have y is less than negative 2x minus 3. And less than means we want y values less than our y-intercept negative 3. Y values like negative 4, negative 5. So we're shading in this direction. Therefore, our solution is this shaded region. So right in here. Okay. Number 4. Give it a shot and see what you can do. Okay. So first off, notice we don't have a y for our first inequality, but an x. And remember how I told you slope dude would come in handy? Well, now is the time. So remember, slope dude, he has a nose like this. And actually, I'll just go back up. He has a nose that is a vertical line. And remember, a vertical line means that the slope is undefined. So whenever we have just an x and no y, it's a vertical line just like this. We want a vertical line at the number that x is less than or equal to, which is negative 3. So right here, and since we have less than or equal to, it's a solid line. So we want a line just like this. Less than or equal to means we want x values less than negative 3. X values like negative 4 and negative 5. So we're shading in this direction. Okay. So for our second inequality, we have 2 good points, which are 0, 2, and negative 3, negative 3. It is y is less than negative 5, y is less than 5 over 3x plus 2. So we're going to have a dashed line. Less than 5 over 3x plus 2 means we want y values less than 2. Less than 2 like 1 and 0, negative 1. So we're going to shade in this direction. Therefore, our solution lies in the shaded region right here, this little triangle, right in here.